Name Next Level Board Games, and today we're going to unbox Brew, a game designed by Steve Torres and published by Pandasaurus Games. So first you'll notice there's a, I don't know why exactly, but there's a, I bought this at a game store, but there's a card attached to the front, or a couple, I think. So I'm going to take those off first. Like a promo pack. So, little promo pack, companion creatures. Oh, cool! Okay, so I'll open that in a minute. So let's see what's inside. All right. Not a super big game. I think this is probably like a fun family, not a super long game. It says, oh, it actually says 45 to 90 minutes. 2 to 4 players. Okay, I'm totally shocked by that. For some reason, I was expecting this to say half an hour. Because if it says a half an hour, it'll take us 90 minutes. But if it says 45 to 90, it's going to take us 2 hours. Oh my gosh, we love games, but we also get distracted sometimes in between. And then I'm like, focus on the game. Anyway, the struggle is real. Okay, let's see. All right, so a lot of like woodland creatures on the front. And then here's the rule book. So again, not the biggest box, right? Like this is not like you can see my arm kind of, not like the size of a, like a normal full size like Godspeed or something, right? But so this is not huge, like game setup, player setup, turns, lots of pictures. So probably not going to take super long to learn, right? Ton of pictures. Not that it can't be difficult to win, but just that the instructions aren't overly complex for the sake of complexity. So end of round, and then this is all just like rules and other different special descriptions and explanations. Okay, so not too bad really. I think this is probably an advertisement for other games. Yeah, a bunch of little tokens to pop out. Looks like fire and maybe, I don't know what that is. Like glowing cactus or something. I don't know what that is. And then some sort of tonic and different numbers and more plants and different pieces. And these are probably like your player characters, right? So nice big cardboardy tokens, like sturdy. And it looks like you have unique abilities. So that's kind of nice. Okay. Then here's part of maybe the board. I guess you start with this side, no matter how many players, and then you flip it over during play. Okay, so more tokens. Here's more characters. These are similar colors. But again, unique abilities in the bottom. So there's those. So now we're up to 4. Oops. Those are the 4. And it's a 2 to 4 player game, so that's probably all I'm going to expect of those. And then now some more like crystal tokens and some plants and different things. Some bags to put stuff in. A couple sets of unique dice. And so like wind and water and fire and I'm not sure what all, but that's kind of what they look like. I think these are the elements, if I had to guess. Then I'm trying to figure out, I'm super distracted by this weird design. I'm trying to think of what would fit in there. I cannot figure out what would fit in that spot. I guess bags of tokens, but it's just so odd. It seems so specific. Nothing underneath. Felt like it might have something. Huh, that's gonna boggle my brain because it's just very specific. It seems like something would fit there. Obviously those fit there. Let me open up these other cards that I got here. So these are companion creatures. And they're kind of like reflective almost. Oh, looks like there's maybe one for each character. So using companion creatures and choosing them. Okay, so there's 4 different creatures. Oof, that's hard to do. So 1 for each player. So I'll leave that there and I'll figure out later how that works. And we've got some cards, and I realized I just did like 1 set of dice and not the other. I saw the animals, I got totally distracted. Okay, hang on, let me show you some of these other dice. So these all have a bunch of unique symbols. I don't really know what any of these mean, but I'm gonna guess they relate to the tokens that we saw. Probably similar-ish. Different resources. There's all kinds of dark dice, and they're really unique dice. Let's just say both sets are very unique with the designs, which is nice. And then let's see here, a bunch of cards. Let's see if these are all the same on the back. So these look like potions or something. So there's a whole bunch of potion cards. They look like these. Different, looks like maybe they're the same. Well, the bottom part's the same, but the top's not exactly the same. So each of them are slightly unique. I'm going to guess these probably help you. These are probably like little benefit cards that you can use when you're really close to getting something, but not quite, and you can pull a card out and make it happen. I think these, yeah, these are the rest of them. So these, oh shoot, okay. So these are all like the different symbols, some of the different symbols like leaves and snow and sun and flower. That doesn't seem right, but something like that. Then on the back side, there's a bunch of unique cards, different characters and different things. So these are probably more benefits. I'm not exactly sure how you get any of these cards, but they're going to definitely change the game up. So there's those, and then some more cards. And then these ones, last but not least, are the forest deck. Okay. So it looks like you're going to put so many of these forest cards out with each game. I don't know if they change during the game or not. I'm not sure. But so the backs are all the same, except for player aids. Yay! We have some players that literally cannot live or play games without these. So thank you for putting these in here, especially when you show the symbols and kind of like wrap up like what a round and actions are. Those are amazing. I don't always use them, but it's usually because I always have the book next to me because somebody's always asking a question. And even then I'm sure of the answer, and then after like the third time I'm like, I don't know, let me look. But anyway, these are very helpful, so I'm excited to have those. Those are helpful. I like those. So then these, the forest cards. So again, I don't really know how these work. These are all the same on the back, but then on this side there's different, and I notice there's different colors around them, so I don't know if that means anything or not, but it does make the game look a little bit more complicated than I was expecting. And now I'm starting to see why it says 45 to 90 minutes. Probably a decent amount of strategy in this small little packed game. Sometimes the smaller games surprise you. So that's what those look like. Lots of little artwork and stuff in different colors. And I'm going to guess maybe these are VPs. So like up there's a 6, and then like that one's a 4. So maybe you have to have these things in your forest or something. 5, 7, 5, 3. Like that's a smaller one. So maybe that one's easier. Anyway, I'm going to guess these are like objectives. So that's everything that's in the Brew, which is a game about reclaiming the forest and trying to help the forest out because all the seasons are happening at once. So there's all kinds of custom unique dice. I don't know what any of these symbols mean, but there's 2 different sets of very custom unique dice. Some really cool player aids and some cool player cards and a bunch of little tokens and then kind of a small board. So this is probably something that you can take on vacation and fit on a smaller table. Like sometimes when you travel, the tables that you have access to aren't the same as your game table at home. But it does look like there's a decent amount of strategy. So I'm kind of excited. This might be a great like travel game. So that's everything that's in the Brew. Thanks for watching Next Level Board Games.